Hey guys, welcome to 321 Showcasing the Space Coast. I'm Henry Mims. Today we're getting the 321 on Corey Jordan, photographer out here in Melbourne, Florida. Doing some great things. One of my favorite things about him is that in the photography that he does, everything is simplistic, but you can actually feel the experience happening as you do it. Corey, welcome.
Thank you, Henry. I appreciate the kind words. Good to catch up with you.
Yeah,
it's been a while. It's been a while.
Yeah, it has. Yeah, I've known him for a while. Great guy. So, before we get into all the stuff photography, I wanted to kind of start from where it all started. Like, where you from?
Sure. From Hartford, Connecticut, born and raised.
Wow.
North End. Yeah. So I lived up there for, about 15 years, and I moved down here.
Right.
Palm Bay, Florida. I've been in and out of this area for the last 30 years now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Just back and forth in Melbourne, Palm Bay, and that whole area. So, you were originally from Connecticut, and then you came down here.
Mm-hmm.
And then you said you Palm Bay, and then Palm Bay High School?
I went to Palm Bay High for 2 years.
Yeah. Nice.
Go Pirates.
Go Pirates.
Yeah.
Unless you're at Heritage, then go Panthers.
Good ball.
Yeah, well, my son goes to Heritage, so I gotta kind of read that part.
Mm-hmm.
But so when you came down here, you went to Palm Bay High School.
Correct.
And then when where did you go from there? Did you stay here the whole time?
No. So after Palm Bay High, I went to Eastern Florida, which was BCC at the time.
Okay.
And I went there for a while. Then, just started working full time.
Okay.
So I was working full
Nice.
time. Then I ended up moving to New York, Brooklyn,
Ah,
New
the
York.
big city, huh?
Big city, yeah. Lived up there for a couple of years.
What'd you do up there?
I was going to school, but I
Okay.
was working at Banana Republic, and I had a couple jobs up there.
Right.
Having a good time, of course. New York.
Yeah,
Can't help but do
absolutely.
that.
I can only imagine.
Yeah. So I was up there for a while until at 99. They ended up moving back down here. So I spent a little over 2 years up there, and then I decided to come back to the bar.
99 was such a great year for everything, in my opinion. Oh man, the 90. Like my kids, they always tell me, like, Dad, I wish I was. Kind of like you say. Well, I said to my parents, I wish I had been around in the 60s and the 70s. And then my kids are telling me, Dad, I wish I had been around the 90s because the music sucks now.
Right.
And I'm like, yeah, it does. Thank you. I'm glad
What's
somebody.
going on, man? All right. Good to see you, man. All right.
So you came back in 99.
Mhm.
And then where'd you go from there?
I've been here ever since.
Yeah?
Yeah. So, just working full time, just hanging out, enjoying life, making friends.
Yeah. For a while, he and I worked together. And that's where I met him.
Yeah.
And great guy, like I said. So from then, how did you get into the photography?
Well, long story, Henry.
All right, you know what? We got plenty of time.
There you go. No, so I would get cameras from years ago,
Right.
but I would never learn how to use it. So I'd get a camera, play around with it for a couple of months, and then
Right.
just it would start to collect dust. But with the invention of the camera phone, I ended up always having a camera in my hand, so I got the practice to get better. I found myself really get into it. I started to take pretty good photos.
Right.
I started to get compliments like, oh, where'd you shoot this? So around, I'd say about 4 years ago,
Okay.
I went to California.
Oh,
Southern Cal,
I've always
LA,
wanted to go to Cali.
Got inspired. Then I went to Miami a couple of months later.
Ah.
Got even more inspired. Then after that, I said, when I go back home, I'm getting a camera and I'm going to start taking it serious and just, showing a little creativity, just
Right.
a little expression, and just capturing some of the things that caught my eye.
Right.
And that's where it started.
For those of you that don't know, when we were doing, I was kind of looking over things, and I've been following him on Instagram for a while, and all the things that he does with his photos, you have to see them. They are simplistic in nature, but you always feel like you're part of an experience. And I was telling him, that's one of the things I love about all the stuff that he's been doing. One of the things that I do love also is that you and I have something in common. I love the hip hop.
That's right.
Yes?
Born and bred hip hop fan.
Uh-huh.
Since day one, man.
Yeah, so let's see, I could go on. This could be literally a 5-hour interview.
Oh yeah, I'm talking about hip hop all day. Don't even get me started. I'm a hip hop historian. So anything you got about hip hop, let me know. We can delve deep into it.
We'll sing lullabies to each other to go to sleep.
Yeah.
So, and that's one of the things that we were talking about in the music. And one of the other things that I absolutely love is I love hip hop. He loves hip hop.
Oh yeah.
The photo, the photography, all that kind of stuff. The arts. just in general.
Right.
You know, we were talking earlier about the mules that you see around town.
Oh yeah. My boy Chris Maslow.
Oh,
Got to check him out.
I'm definitely checking.
He's best in the area. One of the best I've ever met, personally.
Oh wow, see, I'm a huge fan of the mule arts, graffiti, all that stuff.
Yeah, he does a little bit of all. I mean, he does. We may end up seeing it, but the hotel down there,
Okay,
that's all his work.
really?
Yes.
By the Melby?
The Melby, yes.
No way.
Yes.
I didn't even know.
If
See,
you
we're
look
learning
closely
things.
enough, you'll see his tag in multiple
Oh
places.
man, so I'm gonna have to check that out then.
Yeah, for sure. Got to.
When I leave, I'm gonna have to walk right by there actually. Oh, that is phenomenal.
Yeah.
So in the area that we're in downtown Melbourne right now.
Right.
But we've
Spend a
got
lot of
Melbourne,
time
Palm Bay, beachside. A lot has happened over the last 10, 15, 20 years.
Oh, it's growing like crazy.
Like crazy. One of the things that I am really happy to see though is it's almost a huge transition into going from the stores that everybody knows on national levels, and now it's actually being the mom and pops.
Right. A lot of small businesses are thriving. And it's great to see.
I'm ecstatic. And for those of you that don't know, and I know some of you have seen the interview with me and Adam from Shaquan's.
Yeah, what up to Adam?
Yeah, what up? He's the
homie
one that
right
introduced me. When I was like, oh, Coy introduced me.
Right. Yeah.
That was you.
Yeah. Adam is the homie.
You know,
I've known that brother for years. It's
I
good
think that he should be giving you free food for a long time for the amount of
people.
people.
He hooks it up every once in a while.
Wait, he don't hook it up for me, Adam. Come on, bro.
Hey, I didn't mean to tell him, but yeah, every once in a blue. Might throw me extra spring rolls. Nothing too crazy.
Just a little extra ice every now and then, just. Oh, that's crazy. So when you're going out and about and when you're doing things here locally, what are some of the things that you like to go do? Some of the places that you like to go eat?
Well, Shaquan, of course.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, but when I'm out and about, man, a lot of times just, if I'm going out just to hang out with friends or, grab a bite to eat, whatever I have a taste for. It's, I like to go to smaller businesses, so if there's a smaller restaurant that just opened,
Right.
I've heard good things, getting good reviews, I'll check that out first.
Oh, absolutely.
I'll do that before the chain restaurant or anything
all
like
that.
that.
See, and that's what it's about. You got to support local. It's like I say all the time, they're your neighbors. I mean, those are the people that have blood, sweat, and tears. Sometimes they're sleeping in the restaurants.
Right.
All these things you don't see.
Oh yeah, and I spend a lot of time, here downtown, so knowing a lot of people that work in the food and beverage industry.
Ah, yeah.
Entertainment. So you know how hard they work. And
Oh, I
you know
do.
the lifestyle.
I
so
do.
You want to support when you can.
And that's what's going to help us stay together in the long run and help these businesses, because they got kids. They've got colleges to put kids through. They've got all this stuff. One of the things that I was really happy to see is I'm a huge fan of music. As we talked earlier, hip hop is one of them.
Sure.
The people that you've introduced me to, or I should say introduction not formally, but by Instagram and Facebook. And like they were just performing with Adam over at the EGOT Music and Arts Festival. Kristen Warren, yeah.
Kristen Warren, yes.
And I found out about her
Talented.
because of the pictures.
Okay.
And I was like,
That's
who
good.
is that?
That's good.
They were like, oh, you got to check her out. She's
I'm
gonna
doing something right.
And then I found out that Adam was going to be rapping or singing or
Yeah,
whatever.
we
rap
performed
singing.
together early in the year.
Yeah, so it's just amazing how everything came together though.
Yeah, small town business.
So what do
It all
you,
just kind of interconnects.
6 degrees of separation is something that I strongly believe in.
So what?
Saying it's just one of those things you never know who knows who. And then when you meet somebody and you say, oh, wait a minute, you know them too?
Yeah.
And it automatically builds a chemistry, an instant kind of like a click.
Yeah, that's one thing I've always liked about you, because you treat people right, and you've got to get the gab, of course.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
So,
I do.
I mean, you know a lot of people, and it's just everybody that knows you, they have nothing but good things to say.
So many liars.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you.
Oh,
Never
thank
heard a
you.
bad word about you.
Oh man, see, and I love this guy. When we used to work together, I would find myself off to the side with him, and then we'd have a couple of people come and cut up and stuff like that. But absolutely amazing guy. What are some of the things that you're looking forward to in the coming years that you kind of see maybe Melbourne, Palm Bay area kind of growing into?
I mean, it's starting to become a city where you can plant your seeds, start a family, but also remain entertained
Yeah.
and not have to go to Miami or Orlando all the time.
Okay.
What's up, man?
I look even cooler on camera.
What's up, Daddy? Everything good? How you feeling?
Everybody knows who he is. You thought I was joking. I wasn't joking. But he's got a lot of things going on, and there's been a lot of people. If you walk down the streets with him at any given time, you're gonna know people that you might not have known. They were that's my family over there stalking me. I don't know if you can see that. Right here. Right there. They're walking away now. Yeah, we were going to eat at the burger place over there. Yeah, over there. But if you're down here, man, Jacques should be opening up soon. And then we've also got a lot of places over here. Right now, which we've already done an interview over at this Executive Cigar, which we did last week. And then I'm doing another interview, probably at the burger place I'm going to try. And then the French place, if you haven't tried, where's my finger? There's my finger, right there. No, that's right there. The French place. So, yeah.
Yo, you too. So I'm gonna catch you with you in a minute.
No doubt, man.
All right.
All right.
Hey, sorry, bro.
No worries. You're a popular guy. We gotta switch sides though. See, I told you. You thought I was joking. I told you.
As we were saying.
As we were saying. So the things that you see kind of coming into Melbourne, Palm Bay area with the.
Yes. So, I mean, just being able to stay here and enjoy the entertainment, raise a family, earn a decent wage. I mean, a lot of times, this area, you may be able to do one, but not the other.
Right.
So I think it's starting to become a place where, especially with a lot of the corporations opening up larger wage positions,
Right.
that's leading to other small businesses becoming more successful. There's more money in the area.
Right.
That money's being spread around to where it's growing on a number of different levels.
Yeah.
So just being able to stay here and say, okay, well, I don't need to drive to Miami.
Right.
I'll go to Vieira, or I may go downtown Melbourne, or I may go to Beachside,
Right.
or just having those options.
And even
I
the
think
beach
that's
side is
important for a
growing
growing
as well.
town.
Yeah. I'm really happy to see all that though. One of the things, and this is a lot of your pictures, I noticed, and which is one of the reasons why I picked downtown Melbourne was because I've seen a lot of your pictures are in downtown Melbourne.
Right. Yeah,
You
spend a lot of time down here, and it's one of the areas where you have different scenery, you have architecture, but it's close enough to the water. You're getting sunrises, sunsets.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, there's a number of different looks you can get down here. Then when it comes to like portrait photography,
Yeah.
we get into some of the side streets and the alleys and whatnot. You can just kind of section things off, and you don't know where you're at. When you're taking the photo, nobody can't say, "Oh, well, that's downtown." There's certain areas where you wouldn't know it's downtown. Because you could just have that little wall,
Yeah.
that little corner, and it could be anywhere in the U.S. But then there's other times where you want to showcase the areas, so you're doing a wider frame, where you can tell, like it's okay, that's downtown. So do a little bit of both. Not to nerd out, on the photo thing, but yeah, that's one technique.
Yeah, one of my favorite pictures that I was telling him earlier, one of my favorite pictures that I've ever seen him do is he has this one where there's a guy that's standing and he's kind of looking off.
I think that was in Cocoa Beach.
Okay.
Underneath the pier.
Oh, yeah.
Right underneath the pier. Yeah.
And you could really just kind of see that this guy was in somewhere besides where he was. He was in his thoughts. He was in his.
Oh yeah, because I mean, at that time there was so much going on around. I mean, there's people surfing here. There's families. Women all over the place. It's underneath the pier, so people are going crazy upstairs.
Yeah.
He's just sitting there smoking a cigarette, looking out to the ocean in his own world. And just like looking at the photo, I'm looking at him like, wow, I wonder what's going on in his mind.
Right.
So that photo kind of tells the story because you can kind of use your imagination.
Yeah.
What's going on in this man's mind, and then you
And I
just
can
look out the
resonate.
ocean. I'm glad you like that photo.
Oh, I
That's
love
an
that
old one.
photo.
That's when I first really started taking photos. That was around the same year.
See, and that's what, and I can't wait to see what happens with you. I mean, because I know you're you're getting more serious into things now.
Yeah.
But
I'm
just
starting
based
to
on the
take it serious.
creativity I've seen, I can't imagine where you're going to go with it. What do you hope to be able to do with photography that you have not been able to do yet?
Well, I want to, be able to help people, be able to give back. So when I'm, more skilled, like being able to teach, kids how to, take photos of things about photography that they may not know, workshops, that kind of thing.
Right.
Give back to, people who may want portraits, but they may not have the money to do so.
Okay.
Just being able to touch people's lives in a way that, can help out, whatever way it ends up going.
That, you know what, and that, I absolutely love that you said that. And it's kind of like one of those things where you find yourself around like-minded people, and it's a beautiful thing when everybody is in sync, And the fact that, if you notice all the interviews that I do, and especially with this one, it's about giving back. It's not just about what you do for yourself, but it's also about giving back. And then when you can try to, hold on, let me see, we're crossing the road, we're jaywalking, we're doing illegal things. Ooh, Coy, look at what you made me do.
Don't throw that up.
He's harassing over here.
Oh, yeah.
So, one of the, and what you were just pointing on is we can all give a little something.
Oh, they should. I mean, if you're in a position to,
Yeah.
by all means.
And sometimes, one of the things that I have found is, a lot of people talk about, like, for example, money. And they think that money is what's going to solve everything.
No.
But I can tell you right now, some of the fondest memories I've ever had were when I had no money.
Right.
Because all the things you have to create, you have to understand, you have to do.
Right.
And all
money
those
could
little
sometimes cause more issues
Yeah, they can.
than solve.
Oh, yeah. I've been caught in that myself.
We've been on both sides of the equation.
Oh, yeah,
so,
yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I try to stay humble. I'm not going to forget. So what are you going for the photography part of things?
Okay.
We were just talking about the mules and the art and stuff like that, and over at Melby with Slow and stuff. So when you see, for example, when you see a mule that's done,
Okay.
and you say, you know what, that would make an awesome picture, or that would make or a scene or something like that. How do you know where to go with it? You know what I mean? Because like you could just go. A lot of people they'll just take a picture and they'll go boom, or
Right.
boom, there's a picture. But how do you? Because you look at your pictures, there's a movement, there's a something going on.
Right.
It's a picture, it's still, but the picture itself isn't still. You know what I mean?
Right. I always want to, if I can, tell a story. Within for that. Like with the mural itself, that's a little tricky because I want to capture what the artist is trying to, say.
Right.
So, I'm not going to do a lot of manipulation. I'm not going to change colors or anything.
Right.
I want to keep it as true as possible.
Right.
But, if there's something else going on and that mural is acting as a backdrop, then if I can tell a story within that photo and that mural is part of the photo.
Right.
Otherwise, I'm just showcasing the mural.
Right.
Trying to get across what that artist was saying without putting my spin on it. So I don't want to do that.
Oh, sorry, I was waving in your door.
It's okay. You can be a superstar too. See? Hey, how you doing?
Hey!
I'm married.
Welcome
thank
to
you.
Melbourne.
Hmm?
Well, then you're not welcome.
Okay. That was interesting. But yeah, something like that. I'm not going to try to change with the artist.
Right. So, is there any artists in the area that you haven't maybe worked with yet that you do want to work with?
I mean, yes, I'm gearing myself more towards working with musicians, artists.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, there's a couple that I want to do portrait shots with. Me and Slow, we've done a couple things in the past, but I definitely want to work with Slow again.
I can't wait.
Yeah, you got.
I'm gonna try to get an interview. I'm gonna get an interview. It's gonna be because of him, though.
Record. That way we get it. I'm like, yeah, you got it. But yeah, no, all jokes aside, definitely Slow.
You're gonna be responsible for like 1/4 of all my interviews between Adam.
Just bring me on, executive producer, man. I'm not gonna.
You know
charge
what?
much.
I will. You can work all the for free you want to work.
All right,
Like,
bring me on.
Here's the other thing. Is that, like, for example, we were just walking down over here, and you already knew somebody, and it's like that everywhere you go. So, one of the things that I think contributes to that is dignity. and having the self-awareness to know who you are, and to not be ashamed of it, but also to be kind.
Right.
Because being kind doesn't cost anything.
It's free.
I mean, yeah, it's free, and it's the easiest thing anybody can do, really. So when you're downtown, for example, what do you wish was downtown that isn't downtown? Because I know you come down here quite a bit.
Right. Well, I stopped drinking about a year and a half.
Nice.
Yeah.
4 years.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. You don't drink either.
Nope.
Yeah.
No drinking.
Yeah, it's been about a year and a half. So I used to come down here for all the beer.
Yeah.
All the beer at every place, the beer, wine, look at the whole nine. But now, just socializing, good food. But I would like a nice tapas restaurant.
Oh, we should do that.
Right. They
Maybe
used to
you
have,
should do that.
Maybe I should.
And I get all the free stuff.
Yeah,
see?
I'll hook you up.
Yeah.
Maybe something like that. Maybe a couple of food vendors. Like they used to have hot dog trucks down here. Like just things that you can get, in the evening
Right.
that you're not able to get during the day, and it may move around. They may pop in and out.
Right.
A lot of times downtowns does get that. They'll set up shop at Lowe's. Nothing against Lowe's, but
Right.
you got to go in a Lowe's parking lot. to
Yeah,
get
no, I know
space.
what you're talking about.
As opposed to being able to go downtown, you have everything else going on downtown.
Yep.
And
You're already
you're
here.
picking and choosing, the type of foods that you want. Just having more variety.
My favorite, it's funny you were talking about that. My favorite food truck is Jimmy the Greek.
Okay.
And
I
downtown.
haven't tried that.
Have you been there?
No, where's it at?
It's in the. You're gonna laugh at me when I tell you. I kid you not. I've never gone inside, but it's in the parking lot of Bear Assets.
Okay.
It's in that.
Oh, yeah. I've eaten it.
Oh, Jimmy the Greek.
Yeah, Jimmy the Greek. Jimmy the Greek. I have eaten it.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good.
Mhm.
But it's funny, you're talking about that. And there's plenty of avenues for like pop-up shops or whatever down here.
Right.
I couldn't see them not doing it.
I think it's an issue with the restaurants that are currently here. Because, brick and mortar, they're paying a ton of money to be down here.
Right.
They don't want to compete with the food truck that can go in and out on wheels. So I get it.
That makes sense.
But if it were up to me, that would be a part of downtown.
So-
They're able to do it in other cities, so I don't see why they're not able to.
We're gonna have to figure out a way. You could be the mayor of downtown Melbourne one day.
Nah, there's a couple guys that have vied for that. They're considered the mayor. I just want to be on city council.
Okay, we can make it. Corey Jordan for City Council. You heard it here first. That's it. When you see yourself 10 years from now,
Uh-huh.
what do you want to be remembered for?
Well, 10 years from now, man, same thing I'm doing now, just on a bigger scale. I definitely want to, as far as the photography, get more portrait photography under my belt. Start doing more prints, maybe a couple of art shows on, whatever scale I can get to.
Right.
And, just doing that. And then, just enjoying life, spending time with good people like you.
Thank you.
That's what it's all about for me.
Yeah. It's about the experience, because when you have the right people around you, the experience just amplifies itself.
Absolutely.
Because I've been in some awesome places with some horrible people and had a horrible time.
Right.
But when you're with awesome people in a horrible place, you look back and laugh about it 5 years from now.
Oh, yeah.
Those are kind of the moments that stick out for me.
Yeah, you
Anyway.
can be in the deadest, most foreign spot, but you got good people around you.
Yeah.
You're gonna have a good time.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a memorable experience.
I remember when I was living in Pensacola, Florida, and I used to live in the projects on Lake Drive. And a lot of people don't believe me, but I tell them at that time it was one of the top 5 worst neighborhoods in the whole state of Florida. Miami, Duval, all that. It didn't matter.
Right.
And
Is that
but
Pensacola, you say?
Pensacola, Lake Drive, and actually within Cantonment, which is right outside Pensacola.
Right.
It was a stretch about a mile long, one way in, one way out.
Okay.
Whenever there was a guy that got shot, not across the street, but kind of cat a corner from me, and they called the cops for the paramedics and stuff to come and get him. They said no, we had to bring him down to the end of the street because the paramedics and stuff would get robbed. A lady walked down trying to go to another neighborhood, and she walked down because one of the things was in this neighborhood, the first 3 or 4 houses actually were nice houses, but they weren't for nice reasons. And I'll go into that in some other time. But the rest of it was landlords and the slumlords and all that stuff. A lady was trying to get to another neighborhood, which was a well-to-do, like 3 or 4 streets down, which is a weird place to have it.
Right.
And she turned down the wrong road because the car broke down. Turned down the wrong road. A woman ran out of the house and stabbed her nearly to death. if it hadn't have been for a lady on that street who was also a paramedic that went out there and did life-saving things, they had a helicopter come in with people with guns to get this lady out. That's the kind of. But the reason why I mention that is because even though most people would see that as a horrible place to be, living and all that stuff, there are guys that lived on that street that I'm still friends with, more than I was friends with the people that I've known 5-10 years ago in a much better place.
Right.
Because of what you come through, the things you do. So the reason why I tell that story is because a lot of times artists and photographers are artists in their own right. What kind of experiences in life have you gone through that influence the photography that you sometimes take? Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
So what would you say would be a major influence?
I mean, just have empathy. I've learned to, appreciate what people go through over the years.
Right.
The good and the bad.
Right.
It's being able to, look at a situation and understand.
Yeah.
This is what this person's going through.
Even if you don't agree, just understand.
Just understand.
Yeah.
Just put yourself in their shoes, and I tend to do that a lot. Whether it's a good experience or bad,
Right.
If you're able to capture that, or you'll be able to tell a story around that particular moment,
Right.
I think it makes for a good photo.
And it really shows. And I'm not kidding. When you guys go, I wish you had a website that you could just put your stuff on.
And dude, it's coming.
It's coming? All right.
Definitely.
When it comes, for right now, which Instagram page would you like for people to go and check you out
It
on?
is Von_Clay.
Okay.
So VON_CLAY.
The Von Clay.
Von Clay.
And you're gonna have to definitely check that out, because when you see the work, and I hope that you just start ramping it up. I really
Absolutely. Yeah, I've been out taking these, but yeah, coming up in the next couple of months, you'll see a lot. You'll see a lot of work. And then, of course, me and you have to do something.
Oh, we're gonna go on then.
Which I got a photo from you years ago. Remember, right here on the corner of Municipal.
You gotta send that to me again. Send that to me
I
again.
gotta find it, but yeah, you remember.
He's gonna find it, and you're gonna see me in my biggest.
You. What's going on, man?
See, everywhere we go, he's gonna be the mayor. He said the commission. I don't care. He's gonna be the mayor.
City Council. Fucking one.
And then I'm gonna park wherever I want to park, and he's gonna get me out of it. So, okay. But when on Von_Clay.
Von_Clay.
So from there, you said you're gonna have a website that is coming.
Definitely. Yep, I already have the domain name. I just want to, get everything together for the initial launch of the website, and then
All right.
I just want it to be a point where I'm active enough to where I'm constantly adding work to it.
Okay. Are you thinking about keeping it online, or maybe opening a shop, or
Online.
doing an inspiration for it? Or?
Well, I may do like collaborations where we may do a pop-up or something like that. But as far as like a full-on brick and mortar, no, it's not something I'm doing right now. But things change. You never know. But right now, we'll keep it online.
So like a pop-up like you were just talking about, where you could just showcasing. Ooh, imagine if you could. I might know a couple
Hey,
people.
don't say it. If you got a good idea, don't say it on camera.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Oh, but
Let's
it's
talk
good.
after this.
I'll tell it to you off camera.
Yeah.
Okay, but you'll see us, and yeah, we're gonna see us together.
Yeah. Keep that on the low.
Oh no, I'm not telling nobody. Well, I'm gonna tell you because you're
Right.
part of it.
Yeah,
So
sure.
I just brainstorm.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, I'm here with Roy, as you know, and we're talking all good things and the photography and all that stuff. Is there anything else that you want to give a shout out to anybody? Or?
No, just a shout out to everybody that's tuned in. Henry, first and foremost, thank you to you. It's great spending time with you.
Oh man,
Excellent interview, as I always said. You do have
Yeah,
a
man.
gift of gab.
Thank you. That's it. I
But
try.
Yeah, man. Just enjoying the moment.
Beautiful. Well, thank you guys for tuning in to 321 Showcasing the Space Coast while I get the 321 and Floyd Jordan. If you have any questions or anything, I'm going to be having the post. I'm going to try to put on Instagram and Facebook and some links on there if you want as well.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
also
link that.
just check them out for real. Like really check them out. All right. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.